Hi, welcome to a Vidahost video tutorial. Today we're talking about databases, how we create them and how we add users to them. I've opened up cPanel already. You'll notice a couple of the tabs here that we've used before, Mail, Files and so on. Now there's two ways to access databases. Databases are underneath Domains and above Software, and also the links here on the side, underneath Files and Databases. There are four tabs: mySQL databases, sometimes referred to as mySQL databases, mySQL Database Wizard, PHP-MyAdmin, and Remote MySQL. Remote MySQL you can set up to allow remote access to databases. So if you've got a database program you might be using on your computer, this would be how you configure it. However, today we're going to be focusing on creation of databases. Now there are two ways to do this. We can either use the Database Wizard, or we can create them manually. I'm going to show you how to create them manually. So we go to the MySQL Databases tab. You'll notice here that we've got three areas: create a new database, modify databases, and the user area. So I'm going to create a database. The first thing to be aware of is the fact that there's a character limit. So if I wanted to call it sample database 1, would quickly go over the 16 character limit. So I'm going to call it sample 1, and I'm going to click create. That's it, it's that simple to actually create one. But there are two more steps. First of all, we need to create a user to access that and add the user to the database. So I'm going to call the user user1. I'm going to use the password generator, copy the password, click I've copied the password, and click use password. So we've got a very strong password. I'm going to click create user, and I'm going to click back. Now the final step here is to add a user to the database. Now this is really important because otherwise whatever program you want to install that uses a database won't actually be able to modify it and add content to it. So I'm going to click add user 1, which we've just created, to sample 1. And I'm going to click add. Now we're going to come across a screen here that gives us privileges. So you might want to create a database but not give your user or the website access to create maybe a new database, lock the database, delete areas from it. However, most programs you want to trust them and let them do all of this. So we're going to click all privileges and make changes. And there we go. Created. So when we head back to here, you'll notice the database we've created, sample1, with user1 on it. Now this information you'll normally be asked to input into a configuration file, and you can do this via FTP using a code editor, or you can use a file program in cPanel down here. However, there will be instructions for this depending on what blog or content management system you're using. In the next tutorial we're going to be looking at how we use myPHP-Admin to create tables, edit tables, add information to that database, and so on. So check back if you're interested in following through.